Every day your business generates the most valuable asset you own. It's not cash, it's data, and you're ignoring 90% of it. All the unstructured data, the customer reviews, the support tickets, those PDF reports you once open and forget. We call this the data black hole. The answers to your biggest problems are in there, but you cannot find them. Now look, I've built a system to fix this. It's beast, it's technical, and I'm going to show you exactly how it works right now. I really love the do-it-yourself route, but maybe you don't have the time. Maybe you need this running yesterday, and if that's you, get in touch, I can help you. But if you're ready to build, let's dive in, because usually you make decisions based on vibes, while the fact sits on the hard drive collecting dust ignored. That stops today. We're unlocking that drive, we're finding the truth, let's get to work. Imagine an employee who reads everything, never sleeps, never forgets, and answers any questions instantly. We're building that today. First, you need to understand the architecture. This is not ChatGPT. When you talk to ChatGPT, you talk to the internet. It's generic, it doesn't know your business. And worse, you're feeding your secrets to the cloud. We don't want generic, and we definitely don't want data leaks. We want local, we want private. Here is the battle plan. First, the data. We're going to use N8N to scrape thousands of reviews from the web. It grabs the mess, extracts what matters, and stores it all in one clean file. Next, the interface. We built a custom chat app. It runs locally on your machine. You upload the N8N file and nobody else can see it. But how does the AI read that massive file? Normally you would have to build a complex vector database. Forget that, we're using the Gemini File Store. You literally just upload the file and Google automatically handles everything. Storage is completely free up to 1 GB. This is N8N, it's the brain of our solution. It prepares the data for the AI. Look at this flow, it starts here when the new file is uploaded to a Google Drive. So we aren't manually copying the text, but we have automated the ingestion process. So when you drop an XML file that has product links onto a Google Drive, N8N will see it, download it, and it will extract relevant data. Then it hits the split in the batches node, and it looks through every product in the XML file. And here is the secret sauce, the retrieve reviews. We're using an Apify actor to scrape the product reviews for each URL in the spreadsheet. The raw data gets combined onto a list and fed onto this AI agent. Now in this picture, I'm using Google Gemini model. Why? Because of how it handles the storage. Usually building something like this requires a lot more complex pipeline because you need the vector database, you need to split the PDF into chunks, you need to generate embeddings. It's a nightmare. But not anymore. We're using this Gemini File Store that makes this entire pipeline obsolete. All you need to do is just upload the raw file and Google handles the parsing, the chunking and the indexing automatically. Storage is free up to 1 GB. It's the ultimate lazy developer hack. But here is the beauty of N8N. If you are paranoid about privacy, and perhaps you should be, you don't have to use Google. You can swap the Google Gemini node for something like Ollama. Ollama can be run locally, on your own machine, in your own building. No data will leave your server, so you have your complete privacy. And regardless of the model that you choose, eventually we're going to hit this structured output parser that forces the AI to give us clean, usable JSON data that is always in the same format for each of the product URLs. Now that you've seen the engine, let's drive the car. I've loaded this with 5 different datasets about laptops. HP, Dell, Asus, Lenovo. Let's see what the data really says. So this is our chatbot interface. Here we can see who is currently logged in. We can have the chat history, and then we have a basic interface to send the message and upload the files for additional context. So first I'm going to upload the JSON file that we have generated using the N8N. I'm going to ask the question to summarize the user sentiment of HP 250. A typical dashboard would tell you that the sales are okay. This tells you why they are only okay. But again, it's still pretty vague and I don't like vague, so let's try and drill down. And look at that, it didn't say it's just a bad laptop, it has mentioned specifically system instabilities, frequent crashes, freezes, connectivity issues like constant Wi-Fi disconnections, as well as the restrictive Windows S mode. Imagine you're the product manager, you just save yourself a lot of hours reading support tickets, you know exactly what to fix instantly. But let's create harder scenario. You have a limited budget for office laptops and you want to find out which one is a better buy. So I'm gonna paste my new prompt and let's see what the AI will generate. So the AI responds to Asus as a more reliable option. It mentions a couple of drawbacks. It specifies the ideal user, port, the battery life, the operating system, the build quality. And it has mentioned that the Dell Latitude could offer significant savings, but it has some risks.
potential driver issues, questionable battery life condition, missing incorrect drivers, potential for critical hardware failure, etc.
The AI verdict? By the Aces, your employees can live with a metal case that shows finger marks. They can't work if a laptop has a driver issues, hardware failures. Perhaps you just avoided logistical nightmare.
Let's try another angle based on the usage constraints. I need a laptop for travel, I want to edit in 4K, no power outlets. Which one would you recommend? Based on the constraints that we have set, we have got the answer. It has immediately disqualified the Lenovo because it mentioned the battery life is pretty poor, and our requirement mentions no power outlet. It has also disqualified the Dell. The laptop specifications are probably not good enough for the 4K video editing. However, it has recommended the Asus ZenBook S16, which is the premium version of the laptop. It's got a great screen, great processing performance, decent battery life, it's lightweight and portable, so it can be taken for the travel, as well as the great OLED screen. So overall, the recommendation was pretty accurate.
Overall, it has understood the context pretty well, the travel vlogger, as it implies battery life as well as the portability and lightweight.
Management doesn't want to read text, they want pictures, so we can force AI to generate a chart for us. And just like that, we have managed to generate the image based on our dataset. I know it's pretty basic, but the idea is here that you can use any dataset and create an image from it. And now you can take it, show it to the management, add it to your presentation, and it only took you like 1 minute to get it done. There are a number of different ways on how we can use the dataset. We can be quite creative, and I'm going to ask the AI to generate a support email based on one of the issues that have been mentioned in the dataset. And I'm also going to ask it to include the proposed workaround. So it has managed to generate an email. The problem that we're talking about is the screen flickering at 120 Hz. And the proposed solution is to lower the refresh rate.
What if the data isn't on the website? What if it's on your desktop, a static PDF?
So with our JSON file, I'm going to be uploading now a laptop selection guide that specifies some of the rules that we follow when choosing our hardware.
Remember what I said about the Gemini File Store? It takes the massive PDF, indexes it instantly, and let us query it against our unstructured JSON data. Watch.
So I have uploaded both of these documents, and the AI job will be to cross-reference the selection guideline from this PDF against the actual technical data that we have generated. Each JSON object has got a product identity, so we can associate the data with the laptop itself. And then we have the detailed analysis that analyzes pros, cons, technical flaws, standard features, customer intelligence, etc. based on the hundreds of reviews that we have managed to collect using the Apify and aggregate them into this detailed analysis.
So now I'm going to ask the question, let's see what we're going to get back.
So we have our recommendation back. As you remember, our data set contains only 5 laptops, although there is almost no limit on the number of data that you can provide because the Gemini File Store can store up to 1 GB for free, which is a lot of data. And it has looked at our guideline selection PDF. It has mentioned the variations based on the common selection guidelines like performance, user experience. It had listed the issues with all the laptops that we have. And at the end, it has gave us a decent recommendation about the laptop that we should choose and why.
Now, I've used laptops for this video because it's easy to understand. But the engine, it doesn't care. It doesn't care if you're just reading a tech specification or a corporate strategy. It just processes the data. Upload 50 contracts, find the liability clauses, stop losing days to find print. The AI finds every paragraph in seconds. Upload 100 resumes, find the React developers, find the people who actually shipped the code in the last 2 years. One prompt, multiple days of work saved. Upload a client messy sitemap, cross-reference it against competitor search data, identify the gaps, and generate SEO optimized articles. Manual data entry is dead. Upload your messy PDFs into AI, let the AI extract the data, process the totals, and generate invoices flawlessly. This is the second brain for your organization, and because it's built on N8N, it can live in the cloud or locally. And if you decide to run this locally, you don't have to send your contracts to OpenAI. You don't have to send your HR files to Google. It runs on your server, secure and private. This workflow, it's beast. We've prepared the data, we build an interface. If you're building this yourself, awesome.
But maybe you're running a business and you don't have the time to do it yourself. If you want to move from learning to operational, let's chat.
Take control of your data, and I see you in the next one.